back to my channel. It's your girl Pamela CEO, and I'm back with another video. As you can tell by the title, today we are going to be talking about how much it cost me to move to Houston, Texas from the DMV. Obviously this video is for educational purposes. If you plan on moving to Houston, or if you plan on moving out of your state to another state, pretty much going to be breaking down how much it costs for me to move to Houston. So yeah, if that is something that you guys are interested in, just keep on watching. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys leave me some questions and comments down below, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. So let's just get straight into the video. So like I said in the beginning, I did just move to Houston, Texas from the DMV, and I'm gonna go ahead and break down everything that I had to pay for in order to move to Houston. Moving to a whole new state can be very, very expensive, and I did get a couple of questions on like my social media, like my TikTok, about how much it did cost me. So just in case you have some of these same questions, I'm gonna go ahead and break down everything and just let you guys know how much it costs for me to move to Houston. I feel like this is gonna be a pretty quick video because I'm literally just gonna tell you guys how much everything costs. So let's just start with how I got down here. I drove a U-Haul with my friend from Maryland all the way down to Houston, Texas. It took us, well, GPS originally said 20 hours, but when you add all the stops and everything, it really took us like 26 hours to get here, which was a very, very long drive. Wasn't a terrible drive, but it was a very long drive. So if you do not want to drive over 20 hours from Maryland to Houston, I suggest you ship all your stuff and fly. But yes, I did drive, so I had to get a U-Haul, and not only did I get a U-Haul, I have a car, so I had to get a tow dolly to haul my car with the U-Haul. So in total for the U-Haul, I got a 20-foot U-Haul, and this price is for up to 5 days. There's no less than 5 days, and I think you can go more than 5 days, but this is the price for up to 5 days, and that was automatic. The price for my U-Haul was $2,000, $426.76. And that's just for the U-Haul. And for the tow dolly, it was $449.28. In total, that is $2,876.04. So that is how much the actual equipment costs for me to drive my U-Haul down to Texas. So, you know, that was probably the most expensive thing, obviously, was the U-Haul. But in order to ship my car, my quotes were like thousands of dollars. And to get movers to drive it down for me was also thousands of dollars. So this was really the cheapest option, which was almost about $3,000. So yeah, that is a big expense. That's the biggest expense though. So yeah, so like I said, we did drive for about 20 some hours, and we had to stop for gas about 5 or 6 times. And I did write down every single time I had to fill up the gas. We had to fill up the U-Haul to full, and it got us about like maybe 5 hours each time. So yeah, so I just added up all the gas receipts, and the total I paid for gas was $481.63. Oh my gosh, that is a lot. But and you also have to return the U-Haul on full, so we had to fill it up one last time before we sent it back, before we dropped it back off at U-Haul. So in total it was $481.63 for the gas for the U-Haul. So y'all can do the math on how much we have spent so far. So also for my move, to make it easier on me, I did pay movers to load my truck, and I did pay movers in Houston to unload my truck. The movers in Houston cost me $150, and the movers that I paid in Maryland were $218. So in total for that was $368. Obviously that's optional. I have a lot of stuff, so I just decided it'd be easier and quicker if I just paid professional movers to load my car and unload my car, which I do recommend because it made that process so much easier. After driving 20 some hours, I didn't have to think about unloading all this heavy furniture. So yeah, I definitely do recommend getting movers to, at the very least, unload and load. And then I also had to pay for the supplies in order to pack all my stuff up, which was boxes. I had bubble wrap. I had some moving wrap to wrap up my mirrors and my couch and things like that. And that came up to about $75 for a couple of boxes. And I also bought a mattress bag so I could transport my mattress as well. I did move with like all my furniture, so that does take into account like why I had to have such a big U-Haul and all these different boxes. So I have a full apartment full of stuff, so that contributes to the price as well. Also for my move, I had to factor in a hotel and food, so that came up to about $150 for food and hotel. You know, just like food and snacks along the way, so factor that in as well. Another thing that you do have to consider when you are moving, I did find an apartment and choose the apartment beforehand. My lease did start about 3 weeks before I actually got to Houston, so I did have to pay for about a full month of rent before I got here. So you also have to factor in the price for rent. You also have to factor in the fees that it takes to apply to your apartment and the deposit, the security deposit for that apartment as well. Any other fees that tie into that. So that's another expense that you do have to factor in when you're thinking about moving across states. So yeah, like I said, I think this is a pretty quick video. That's pretty much all of the things that I had to pay for in order to move. So once I totaled everything up, the total came to $3,984. So in total, I spent about $4,000 in order to move to another state. So yeah, I think that's it. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you leave them down in the comment section. I will get to all of your other questions, but if you are thinking about moving to another state, for me, it cost me almost $4,000. So yeah, I hope this video helped anybody who is planning on moving from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area down to Houston, Texas. I've been here for about 3 weeks and I do think it was worth it so far. So let me know if you guys have any other questions down in the comments and I will get to all of the questions. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. And I will see you guys in the next video.